and keep your guns high. It's a war zone, it's a war zone, and I'll be fighting for my life, so keep your guns high. It's a war zone, it's a war zone, and I'll be fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Baldy's Basics. Today I'm going to be teaching you what a fine bench press looks like. No, there's a video series idea right there. No, but seriously, welcome in. I will say I've had some kind of funny reactions to, my little shiny dome. I think my favorite one was someone told me I look like Mitchell Hooper, right? The Moose. But yeah, today is Tuesday. It's early March. I don't remember the exact day, right? January and February, like those months went by like that. Like those months are already gone, came and gone. Don't even remember anything within those months. No, we're coming off of a monstrous squat workout, which if you haven't seen, go check that out real quick, by the way. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit better about uploading stuff. But like this week is a crazy week. So like, I don't know, like y'all might not see this for 2 years. If you're lucky, right? 2 business years, not 2 regular years. No, not 2 regular human years, 2 business people years. No, but like yesterday, right? Monday, full day. Tuesday, just a single class, but then work the rest of the day. Wednesday, we got an exam, 2 classes, 1 has an exam. Thursday, just a 1 class, but that 1 class is human anatomy when we're taking our second exam. And then Friday, work. Next week is spring break, which is awesome, right? I'm at that point of like mental overload where you're like, you wish you could have time to just, like, you just want to be able to stare at a wall for like as long as you want and just not have to care, not have a thought or worry in your mind. So in order to potentially earn ourselves a little bit extra study time, we are going to, take off here in a sec. Today's pre-workout flavor, we got grape candy, right? Pre-gym. Right, if you're looking to optimize your gains, right, get you some pre-workout, some protein supplementation. It's gonna make you stronger, faster, better, smarter, right? And if you want to experiment with some gym subs, right, link in the description. Use my special discount code, save you some cheddar. It's week 1 of block number 3, right? Started off with a phenomenal squat. Let's keep that momentum, keep that pace up with a beautiful, technical, crispy looking bench press. So get that popcorn ready, right? Because we are showing up, we're showing out, and it is show time, baby. So here we go.
Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control.
If I wasn't warmed up before tempo, I'm far warmed up's a understatement after tempo. No, one thing I really like about tempo work is it actually like really helps kind of like after like a top single. It's with the top single, it's sometimes kind of hard because like the reason you do a top single is right. That's not your strength gaining portion of the lift. That is purely practice under heavier loads. That's why you start low and just slowly build up over kind of like each individual block rather than just going right, because it'd be very convenient if you could go 90-95% of your max every single lift, right? But you don't want to be doing that because like overall like that's very systemically fatiguing, and then right it leads to you sandbagging the volume work, which is where the real gains come in. But one thing I really love about tempo is like you're typically using light enough loads that you're like mentally in it a little bit more rather than focusing on just do it, because like the heavier loads you're under, the less you can like think about it, right? So like with let's say maximal loads, you want 1 maybe 2 cues to kind of go through in your mind. But when you're working with light enough loads that you can focus on the tempo, you can think and kind of like feel. And so it was kind of nice because that showed me kind of one flaw that I had in my top single, and that was kind of like the direction, the bar path, right? Because with my top single, immediately off the chest, I went too vertical, and then after a certain point, it went way too horizontal instead of one continuous like vertical and horizontal kind of like symbiotic relationship. And so that's what's been kind of nice about the top single or the tempo work here is I can see that flaw, I can see that fault, and then I can focus up, fix it right, make the necessary improvements, necessary adjustments, right? It's also kind of nice because when it comes to like triples, right, 3x3s, that's like with triples, 3x3s, like it's really easy to, right, going from 4x4 to 3x3, it's very easy to, put on too much weight to start and like completely poison the entire block. And so one thing that's also kind of nice about tempo is it helps keep you put on kind of a pre-exhaust to the designated like area, right, the designated two groups, and then it makes it a lot harder to sandbag the workout or like unintentionally go too heavy too quick. Especially because we have a 3x7 coming up, right? We're going up in reps in terms of our secondary bench day, just so we can put on a little bit more size, right? Like I said, we got our first meet coming up. We signed up, I think it's June 21st, right? So we're a little over 100 days out, which is kind of that's a really gratifying thing, right? That's a really exciting thing to be that close to our first ever meet. And so since we have a little more time, because originally we were planning on doing May, but unfortunately we signed up for the wrong powerlifting federation. And so I had to fix that recently. And then fortunately there was one that worked for us in June. So June instead of May gives us a little more time to prep. And so since I have that time, might as well not only kind of put on a little bit of size, but also refine the technique, see how, right, because we are peaking, but now we have a little bit more time to peak. And so that's kind of exciting. So here somewhat soon we'll start kind of somewhat planning for what off-season training will look like after that first meet. But yeah, so super exciting times. I think I'll just do, for now, I'm planning on just doing one meet per year. I could do, it's just like with school and work and like all that, it's like, it almost doesn't make sense. And so kind of got to work with the cards we're dealt. But yeah, I think I'm going to stay, because I had 230 for my tempo work. Since I'm doing a 3x7, excuse me, I think I'm going to stay here for the first set, and we'll see if we can progress, if at all, like how much we can progress, if at all, today. But yeah, so time to mentally prep for some, seven reps that's like some cardio for, powerlifters and strongmen. So here we go.
Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
So yeah, today's a very busy day. So, you know, hope if we get everything thrown together and ready quick enough, we might be able to, you know, squeeze in a little power nap. Yeah, school and then work, because then tomorrow we got an exam, and then Thursday we have an exam, and Friday's a full day of work. Friday won't be as stressful because I won't have, you know, 2 exams coming up, but still, it's just like, oh, yeah, that's how we got to do it, man. We got to show up, you know, whether we get that power nap or not, we got to show up with an enthusiasm, with an excitement, right? Show up and give it our all, right? You know, being tired can't be an excuse for poor performance, not showing up for ourselves, right? Not putting in the work. But yeah, right. There are a lot of days like this where it's hard, you know, we're tired, we don't get great sleep. But sometimes that's just kind of how you have to, like, those are the days where you got to show up, right? Especially, right? Got to show up especially on those days, because, you know, those are the days where, you know, you grow, you learn, that sort of thing. So yeah, as far as the workout goes, super proud of today. The top single was a little shaky. Well, a couple of things to tweak. We need a little more consistency in our bar path, but at the same time, like, we're making that weight, right, 320, move just as good, if not better, than our previous week 1 openers, which, like, that's a very gratifying thing, you know what I mean? Because, like, obviously there's always something to work on, always something to improve, something we can tweak, right, refine. But at the same time, like, even with flaws, compared to maybe a less flawed week 1 opener in the past, like, we did really well. You know, we made the weight move the way that it should, right? We had an RPE 6 to 7, and that definitely moved in that range, right? You know, it didn't feel, the only thing that was maybe difficult about it was correcting the bar path, mid bar path, but, like, it still moved phenomenally. Our volume work was awesome, right? I do really love tempo. I'm still trying to decide if I do tempo, like the same type of tempo for each, like my secondary day today, obviously, and Friday my primary day, just because, like, because I don't know, because another part of it is, like, we are kind of trying to, like, shock the muscle, because if you just, you know, continuously do the same kind of progression, same type of look to your program, and all you're adjusting is kind of the weight, like the reps and weight, like, eventually your body's going to kind of catch that. And so every once in a while it's good to throw in some kind of, like, you know, change up, some kind of, like, surprise for your muscles. Plus it's also good, it also helps kind of keep you interested into it as well, right? You don't want to get bored of your workouts, because then it makes it that much harder to do them and show up, show out, right? That kind of thing. Because yeah, like, today and yesterday had kind of, I don't want to say very different looks to them, but, like, there was a lot of differences compared to normal, and, like, that's pretty awesome, right? That's very cool. I didn't finish what I was getting at. That's what happens to me. Sometimes I get, like, so exhausted that, like, it's almost like a comedian telling the punchline before finishing the entire, like, story, right? The entire build up. Like, knock, knock, like, if you were doing the interrupting cow, right? Knock, knock, moo, like, way before you even, like, that kind of thing. So, because sometimes, like, my mind's, or my mouth's kind of moving pretty quick. And that's sometimes something I have to work on, is, like, I get talking, and I just get going. It's like 1,000,000 miles an hour. And my brain's still kind of, like, right? So we got to sometimes, you know, wake ourselves up. We'll have to get ourselves a caffeinated beverage on the way to school. So that's all, folks. This was Baldy's Basics on how a dominant bench press session should look, right? Week 1 of block number 3, secondary bench day, right? Tuesday. So yeah, next few days, including today, are very hectic for me. So we'll see when this gets posted and such. I have to pee really bad. And I also got to get going. That power nap's probably not going to happen. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in. I really appreciate the support, especially if you made it all the way through. Stick around. Check out some of my other videos, right? Feel free to pop down in the description. Check out my affiliate links and special discount codes. Save you some cheddar on some nice stuff. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys in another video. So, yeah. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all, folks. Boogeyman out.